Dude, the affiliate program is about to launch.
And how
today,
many?
this morning. About 100.
100?
I have 100 people that are ready to go.
Holy shit.
It's going to be sick. Second of all, I've been getting, you sent me a reel.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it was a reel.
Which one?
With the pyramids.
Yeah.
Dude.
I got another theory.
Go.
What if they were just digging a hole and that was their mound of dirt?
But how were there how or dude, they dug a deep hole.
Yeah.
Pushed rocks in it.
Okay.
Wait, that wouldn't work. Because the hole would be backwards.
Yeah, well, what if they just...
The hole would have to...
It was like a...
Oh, wait,
like
no, that would work.
If it was like a jello hole, right? And they like poured the limestone in and then they like lifted it out and turned it upside down.
I think
it's
we're
like
onto something.
Yeah, like a mold. They just molded the pyramid.
Yeah. There's
something. Don't ask about the caverns or each of the individual blocks.
No, I still haven't come to a conclusion about it, so.
No, I feel like I send you something new like every week. It occasionally just pops up in my feed.
So you and I will get on reel. Like we'll get on a really good reel stream. And I know it right away too, because if I'm on Instagram and I get 4 or 5 messages from Sam, click. I know you're in a deep dive.
Yeah.
You got some good shit going.
Most of the time, I'm just looking for fucking audio for like a video, and then I'm like, "There's a good Joe Biden one." Like, gotta send that one to Dayne.
Did you see it?
Like the one? Did you see the one I sent you this morning?
I haven't been on Instagram. I'm working on the affiliate program.
Oh, okay.
Let me see real quick. I'll take a look. I'll take a look.
I sent you 2 good ones
this morning. Oh, there it is. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I love late night scrolls.
Yeah.
You got a lot, like 25 minutes to just mindless scrolling.
Oh, yeah. I think there's actually something to be said for like at least dedicating a short period of time to like just shutting off the brain and like, you know, and scrolling for a little bit and just like seeing what makes you laugh. Because sometimes it's really, really weird.
That is fun. That is one thing about Instagram I will say is if you get in some good streams, I'm actually laughing.
Yeah.
Like, out loud.
Yeah.
Where I don't get that kind of laughter, like especially hanging out with Dylan. You know,
Dude just sucks the fun out of a room.
He's not that funny.
He knows how to just flush the toilet of fun.
But when I'm on a good Instagram reel, it's game over.
Yeah.
I'm laughing, and it's funny because Mac she'll be on her own reel. You ever get that where somebody is like, dude, you got to see this.
And you just show each other back and forth.
Yeah, but you might not, Mac, not saying we're not on the same humor, but sometimes it's not funny. And you got to do the fake laugh.
It's not yet.
Oh, that's
wait. Hold on. This part gets good.
Yeah,
and then you're like.
Yeah, you're just waiting.
Yeah.
That's why I think you and I are on the same page of humor.
Yeah.
So when you said some shit, it's funny. When I said some shit, it's funny. But
like the one with the bowl in
like,
Texas, they're just getting launched.
I have
good.
my groups. I'll send it to you and my other buddy Bobby in Las Vegas.
Okay.
We all had the same kind of humor. Dylan too, and Chris is different. Chris is like a darker humor.
Oh yeah.
Chris is
the shit I send to Chris. Chris is pretty weird.
The stuff I send to Chris, I don't know how I even get on that page, but and then the stuff with Max just a little bit different. But it's funny with everybody. It's separate.
Yeah. Did I send you this one?
Yeah. Well, you ever have somebody tell you about their tattoo?
Yeah.
They tell you about their tattoo, and there's just it's littered with a million different things on there.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is. I want this.
And it's funny because I've heard Chris talk about a tattoo he wants for a while. He just hasn't had time to go and get it done. So whenever I see something like that, I always just send it over right away.
Who did the tattoo when you guys did the shoot the other day?
Was
that
Jonah.
Just some random?
No, yeah, that was Dylan's tattoo artist.
No, I know the person actually getting the tattoo.
Oh, I don't know. We just grabbed somebody off the street.
Oh,
Yeah, and
nice.
we're like, "Hey, can we tattoo you?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." And then, like, if you know the behind the scenes of video, we just left it like half done. Yeah, like when
all right, cool. Got the content. See you later.
I'm not gonna lie. When we wash cars here, it's like, okay, like we're all done.
Yeah.
And like we only washed like half the car. Like
Dylan
we're cleaned
said
like
that.
half a rim. Yeah.
Whose car did you clean? You guys did a shoot, and Dylan saw it. He noticed it, and he said, "Why is only part of this car clean?" And the whole other
Tim's.
part is Tim.
Tim's poor car.
Tim had like a fourth of his car actually.
His
cleaned,
rims were like gorgeous, and
but
like
the rest of it was just
one of the
filthy.
side panels was super nice. And
All right,
then
pull it out. We're done.
Yeah, I don't have time. Come on, let's go. People don't get that though. Like with video, I
No.
don't need the whole thing done. You know, I just want like
Part of
half of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's actually no setback there. You know, like behind the cameras, it's just a cornfield.
It is.
It doesn't look like it from right
No.
here, but
No.
yeah, it stretches on. If you look far enough, you can see the blue water right up there.
Sam, what do we got today?
Today we are talking. Last time we talked hiring.
Yes.
We talked facility.
That was a great podcast.
And
The
I think-
hiring one?
What's that?
The hiring one was a great podcast.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah,
And then we
that
had
was.
Chris on
Yep.
for the Viper Energy.
And we had some really weird discussions about pyramids with Dylan, which was super fun.
Super strange.
But this time I think we should just talk about all of our Viper Energy cans are in house now, and
Yeah.
it's starting to get a little tight out there, Dane.
Yeah.
So I would like to pick your mind for growing businesses.
Mm-hmm.
When do you know it's time for the next step?
Yeah. That's a great topic. You have to get to a point of suffocation almost. So you go out there right now and it's getting
Mhm.
packed. But remember, like 6 months ago it wasn't. So you have to push to the point of almost suffocation, but there's a fine line because if you wait too long, it can be extremely detrimental
Becomes
for
a
like
bottleneck,
yeah,
yeah.
for well over months. So it's a juggling point. I see it out there, and I'm always a future thinker. I'm always thinking, okay, where are we going to need to go? What do we need in order to keep the business growing? So I'm already looking at different facilities. I'm already looking at always looking at different facilities, seeing if it's open. But that's the thing now is we have a great opportunity where we're here in Green Bay. Market's growing in Appleton. Wrightstown's growing as well.
Mhm.
So we have a whole separate company, and you have to consider the fact of where do we want to put it?
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to keep it closer to Green Bay? It'll be obviously within the realm. And then the other question is what do we do with this building? Do we keep this building and keep one company operating out of it and pull another one off? You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that you kind of have to juggle.
It's interesting you said that like 6 months ago you felt like the warehouse wasn't like filled. Because I remember like 6 months ago, and I thought the warehouse was packed. I was like, we're never going to fit anything more in here. And now today we have more products. We have Viper Energy. We have pallets of Viper Energy.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like, I guess I thought we were maxed out, and you guys somehow reorganized it.
Yeah.
Like, we still have new stuff coming in that continues to get organized. And like, there's still room. Like, we're still making it fit. We're definitely not to the point where it's like,
No,
like
it's
choked.
close though.
yeah, it's getting
So-
there. Another CNC machine.
Yeah, new CNC machine came in. So you get to a point where you have to when we moved into the building, you have all this room. So we organized it in a way of utilizing the most space.
Mm-hmm.
And it probably wasn't the most efficient though. So when you start to get more and more product in, more inventory in, you start to look of, okay, how do we consolidate this? How do we take the entire operations and make it much smoother? You know, so what we did, so that's why I say 6 months ago. It's actually like 7 because beginning of the year is when we redid the whole thing. So we used to have individual assembly lines for each product,
Mm-hmm.
but we switched it into almost like a big snake. and all products flow through that snake. And that allowed us to really condense that entire space and allow us to be able to add more products into that space as well, instead of having to create a whole separate line for a new product if we ever launched another product. But you have more space than you think. You just need to use it more wisely. And we probably we could condense a little bit more out there. Yeah, we'd be moving a lot of racking, and it would get more tight, which you don't want, because if you have a forklift, you don't want to create too tight of a workspace, because if a forklift hits a pillar, it's going down. But yeah, we're at the point where Viper Energy is taking up. I didn't even see the new shipment come in. Is
there more here?
Yeah, the whole nother shipment came in. So it's at the point where we got to do something, because otherwise it's just going to be suffocation, and you can't breathe at that point. You can't operate efficiently. And are we at the point where Viper Energy is making a revenue to be able to grow to a new building? Probably not yet.
Not yet.
But you're planning for the future of, okay, where can we actually grow this thing? Because like I said before, it's a balancing act. All the feedback we've gotten so far has been really critical, and it's been really good. So I'm pushing people to give honest feedback too. And what I'm noticing is people are repurchasing. People are coming back. I want more. I want to be a part of this. How can I join the team? And I'm starting to see this movement flow. So that shows me we have something here. So now I'm willing to invest a lot more into this, because I know what we have.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like that here in Wisconsin. So I'm willing to take some big risks on this thing.
I don't think there's anything like it on the market.
On the whole market, right.
Yeah, you guys went down to that trade show, and I'm sure I only heard like secondhand from Alex, and like he gets very enthusiastic about stuff.
Yeah.
But he, like, the text message I got from him, I just, like, hit him up afterwards. I asked him how it went.
Yeah.
And he was like ready to jump out of his skin, it seemed like.
It was great. The feedback was wonderful. And even at the end, when we just walked around the cooler handing it out, and people were coming to the cooler, hey, can I get some? I want some. I want to take some home. This stuff is great. I've never heard of you before. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And one massive impact that helped us was Yucca. I'm gonna keep saying it till they sponsor me.
Yeah. I don't think you should call it yucca, because that's like yuck, like gross.
What is it? Yucca? It's
got to be yucca.
How we go on Syrian?
There's no, but it's like a name of an app. It's like Pixie. Like,
maybe it's a word. Yucca pronunciation. Yucca app. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, that's because it had Y after it. Yucca. You're right, Yucca.
Yeah.
Not Yucca. Sorry. Yucca.
Yeah.
Now will you sponsor me? So Yucca, you can scan the barcode, and we were showing people, because they were walking around with other brands and that were considered healthy, and we asked them, bring that up. I want to scan it and show you what's actually in there. Well, first we would ask them, it was funny, we would ask them, hey, do you think that drink that you're drinking is healthy? And 9 times out of 10, they'd be like, yeah, absolutely. This is the only thing on the market. And I'd say, okay, let me, you ever hear of this app? I'd scan it. You should see their faces. It's almost like some were amazed of astonishment of, wow, I've been drinking this long, and I didn't know it was this bad for me. And some people were almost pissed off of the fact of being lied to.
Do you feel like it's just like an ingredients label that like things get lost in, where it's just so long and there's so many words that and so many words, especially from other brands, that maybe you don't understand, that it just becomes like, oh yeah, it's got a couple of those things I recognize and those are okay for me, so it must be overall fine.
Yeah, that combined with lack of other options that are good.
Okay.
So we mentioned before, where we talked off script, of the other company that is taking a healthy approach. And I bought one time, and again, this is honest opinion. Didn't smell the greatest, and it didn't taste the greatest. And this isn't biased just because this is our drink. It's honesty. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
Like I had to dump it out, and you could tell it was really artificially flavored or not flavored, colored because it was really bright red.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that kind of concerns me because I know what it takes to have to put that color in there.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a lack of education, and two is a lack of honesty from the brands.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny too. So we're walking around this trade show, and you have the bigger brands there, and they would say, "Hey, you want to try a sample? Come try a sample," because they didn't know that we were like who we were with. Try a sample, and I would call them out and say, I would, but you guys have a ton of artificial flavors in there. And they knew it too. He's like, "Oh man, I know." And they just gotta be like, move on.
Yeah, but just here you go.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So they know, and it's just sad. And that's why I'm so pumped with this is we have a movement of just honesty, building that trust from the consumer of only putting good ingredients in there.
So,
But I mean, that was kind of around what we're talking about.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna continue to. How long do you think we're gonna be in Wisconsin for? Because I really don't think it's gonna be very long.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go quick. I really do. In regards to timeline, I'd say we'd be in Wisconsin for probably like 6 months,
Okay.
7 months, and then I really don't want to rush it because I want to make sure we have our process dialed in. Last thing I want to do is bring us over capacity to the point of almost suffocation again and higher stress levels. And then what that would do is take attention away from Viper Industrial, which we can never do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I want to take it slow. I want to make sure we have our processes and systems and everything in place because I see a lot of brands try to go so big so quick when they're leaving a lot of meat on the bone with the state that they're in or the location, even the cities. I look at the size of Green Bay and Appleton. Dude, what did they say? It was like 500,000 people just within those two cities and sub-cities. That's a massive amount of people. And this is a consumable good, so this is something that somebody could drink every single day.
Yeah.
You don't need to take over the entire world to make an impact with this drink.
Oh yeah, of course not. I just don't think it'll last in Wisconsin that long because people are going to start asking for it all over the place. Like when Alex talked about like down in Florida, he's like,
yeah,
like we're going to need to get it in stock down in Florida, you know?
I'm totally open
Like-
to it as long as we got the infrastructure to do so.
Yeah.
So that would be
How big of a van does Alex drive?
it's got to be bigger.
The distribution guy. I used to work at a festival back in the day. And like you would just get like Pepsi
Would you
guys.
delivery drive?
No, I didn't. No, but
What'd you do?
you would watch like the Pepsi guys come in with like pallets and stuff. I could see Alex doing that.
He's got plenty of time.
Yeah. I mean, he's on the phone most of the time, so we just put like
Put a headset on.
one Bluetooth headset on one side, another on the opposite, and he can have two conversations while stocking the shelf.
Yeah, I think that's a great plan.
I would actually. So we
Well,
came.
we moved him over to Asia. So how's that?
Can I
gonna
tell
work?
you a secret plan that him and I have?
Okay, go.
And he said, after I sent it to him, he goes, "That's actually a good idea."
Okay, that's when you know it's a good idea.
So we've been trying to get into Quick Trip,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And I think I know the only way in.
Okay.
We just have to get him a job interview.
Get Alex a job interview.
Yeah, at Quick Trip. And we're gonna
What if-
record the whole thing.
What if he accepts it and he actually is?
Well, he
Like,
has to. So
no, but he's like,
he
he's
has.
like, this is my dream job. Guys, I quit.
Okay,
Viper.
well, make him sign a contract. He's a lawyer. Have him figure it out ahead of time, and then he'll
That
sign
is a
himself
good.
into
That
a
is a
corner.
good idea.
Yeah.
Have him. You're saying secretly get a job, record the whole thing.
Hey, record the whole thing, and then the whole time just like keep bringing up Viper, like while stocking the shelves, like while
Well,
working at a Quick Trip part time.
how will we use that for like plan like C or something?
But he said it was a great idea.
Then he has to move up here. He's down in Florida,
Yeah, that's true. Alex, please move up here.
so I like it. But
Yeah, I send him.
Yeah.
I send him these every time I'm at a urinal now.
$15,000.
He goes, it's,
How many times?
it's
you
not a
there?
bad idea. Also, I make $7 an hour starting wage. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, but I agree with you. I think it's gonna go quickly, and I'm excited for it. It really hit me last night when made a job post for or job video for the brand coordinator, and the amount of people that reached out saying how interested they would be in this, and it was so cool because there wasn't really much interest on the industrial side whenever we made posts like that, but I think people are seeing the movement that we're making here with this and how big of an impact that it can have on people. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's just the coolest thing. I just love what we're doing because it's slowly, whether we see it or not, it's actually impacting people's lives. Like I had a buddy from the gym reach out saying he's been listening to the podcast and it's giving him a whole new perspective.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giving him a whole new perspective on life. He went through some stuff with football, tore his knee, and now he's trying to recover from it. But even if we don't see it or not, it's so cool knowing and seeing what we're doing and what we're building and how that's impacting people.
Yeah. That's
and
pretty cool.
Not many people are doing what we're doing in Green Bay, so it's super exciting to see and be a part of this, you know?
Yeah, I think, and this is sort of still subverting the category which we started talking about, but I think it's really easy. Let me say, I'm going to rephrase that. I think it's really simple to do something impactful, to create something or to make something, right? And it's not easy in the fact that it takes a lot of effort and it takes a lot of time and a lot of continued effort. But I don't think people realize just how simple it is. Like if you want to make something or start a brand or a business or a clothing line, it's literally as easy as just starting. You know, coming up with designs or having a brand name. You know, reaching out to your friends to hand out sample clothing or whatever it is. You know, like it's really not that difficult. It takes effort to get started, and of course, to some extent, it's going to demand a little bit of capital
For sure.
But anybody can do it.
You definitely can, and that's a good point because you have a bigger audience than you think.
Oh, way bigger.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think everybody has a bigger audience than they think.
In today's day and age, I feel almost as if people look at it as I need to have 100,000 followers or 10,000 followers or a million, whatever it may be, in order to make an impact. And that's not entirely true. It really takes a group of like-minded individuals to slowly but surely make an impact. I'm in it for decades, not for a year. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at it from that perspective, you start to realize how achievable all of our goals are. Versus when you look at it of, I need to get this done by the end of the year. Or I want to be at a $200 million company by the end of the year. It's not physically possible. And if it is, more than likely there's a lot of holes in the boat.
Yeah.
That you overlooked.
Yeah, big time. And so with that being said, you said your audience, your connections are bigger than you realize. And I saw a reel once, and I wish I would have saved it. But he talked about if your reel gets 1,000 plays.
Yeah, I saw that.
1,000 plays, okay? And you're complaining because it only got 1,000 plays? Imagine 1,000 people in a room that you screened that video to.
Right.
Is unthinkable.
It shows a
I would
picture.
get nervous to stand in front of that many people, right? And I'm putting a video out there for, you know.
In that reel, it showed a picture too, I'm pretty sure.
Of 1,000?
Yeah, it showed one of the reels I saw was similar. It said 1,000 people or 2,000 people, whatever, and it was cut in half, and the bottom half was a theater full of 2,000 people, and similar to what you're saying, the room's full, packed full, and
more faces and hands than you could shake in the course of a day.
Right. So that's the thing is, starting from ground zero on a product or whatever it is that you're doing, it really starts off with, of course, the product. If you want to get into T-shirts, what makes you different? Are your T-shirts better? Are they cleaner fitting? Is it a style that you want to go for? I think it's taking a step back and knowing I'm not going after every single person. I'm going after a small little group over here because you'll realize how big that group actually is. So I'm not going after people that love sugar and love with all the carbs and everything in there. That's not our demographic. We're going after the people that care about what's in their body. Yeah, that slims down the market. Yeah. But we're not here to take over the world. Yeah. We're here to make an impact and feel confident in the product that we're selling. If we wanted to go to market, we could have made this. If we wanted to go mass, we could have made this with sugar and more carbs, and it would have been the best tasting energy drink and the sweetest tasting energy drink in the entire market. But you know what? It's the worst for you. And I would not be able to sell and build a team behind a shitty product.
Yeah,
Or
behind a product you don't believe in.
Right. And
Yeah.
you know is like creating more future problems for people. There's no way I could do that. I want to
Yeah.
be able to sleep at night. And you could have all the money in the world, but you know that how many people had heart attacks or got diabetes from your product or
See, I can't.
you know what I'm saying?
I can't figure out why not everybody is a Toyota salesman, a Toyota car salesman. They are like, and I don't want to brag because I did just buy a Toyota, but they are like, if you look at like top reliable brands, like Toyota is maybe the number one. And it's like, how could you be a car salesman at any other any other dealership and say like, oh yeah, like our cars are super reliable, you're not gonna have like any problems, like you're gonna
Right.
love it. And it's like, dude, like that would drive me nuts, and I would never feel okay with doing something like that.
Right.
And granted, if you truly believe that,
Yeah.
I understand, but like at the same time, there's so many people out there pushing shit or bullshit that like
To make money.
just to make money, just to
Right.
make a sale,
Right.
just to be just to get another number.
Toyotas are great cars.
Yeah,
Everybody who
I
drives
really,
a
really
Toyota
like mine.
always tells me, my buddy's mom had a Toyota. She ran it to, I think it was 300,000 miles.
yeah.
Okay, you buy it for 15 grand, 20 grand, and you can
30 years of driving.
Right. That's a pretty good return on investment. And he drove a lot. He was the kid that would drive us around in high school from party to party.
Yeah.
He drove a lot. And seeing how much that car went through and only being worth 20 grand at the initial investment is well worth its money in the end.
Oh my
It's not
gosh.
the prettiest car. It's not the coolest car. But hell, that thing was cheap on gas and it got great gas mileage.
Yeah, and if it's reliable on top of that, right?
Right.
And that's the same thing like with Viper Energy is like
Prolong.
Yeah, like I feel like I've seen so many other energy drink brands that they come out and they swing really hard, and then all of a sudden you just hear nothing about it, and you hear like they just drop off the map.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't want to say there's one that rhymes with, and like when you come out like swinging really hard, right? And I would say they took a huge market share, right?
Yeah.
But they took shortcuts. They made
Tons.
claims that were absolutely false.
Yeah.
And look at where it brought them. They're like literally crippled. All their cans are different. Like
Yeah.
their advertising and marketing is like
Garbage.
yeah, because their budget went to zero because they don't have a budget anymore.
Right.
Like
One thing while you were talking that came to mind is when you're coming to market with a product. I just heard this the other day and it really it frustrates me when it's told about somebody else. But when you're going to market with a new product and you're going to hear a lot of feedback, tough market to get into. Ooh, that's a clogged industry. Oh, that's going to be a tough demographic. All right. What product isn't?
yeah.
What product nowadays can you come to market with that already doesn't have a ton of people in it?
No, 100%.
There isn't any.
Yeah.
So it's like
If you looked at it from the outside, you would never spot any holes in the market ever.
the amount of pushback we got from this, oh dude, clogged market. What isn't?
Yeah.
T-shirts are clogged. Shoes are clogged. Chairs
Every
are clogged.
year,
Shop
there's
products
a
are
new
clogged.
number one clothing line, a new number
Right.
one shoe line.
Exactly.
Over
So-
and over again, year after year.
Were there sports bras before Gymshark?
No.
Right.
Yes,
There
of course
was
there was.
sports bras before. There was gym wear attire before.
Yep.
And Gymshark came in and they were different. You know how many times that dude probably got told, "Oh, gym industry's tough, man. Tough industry."
Dude, Adidas and Nike, biggest brands out there. They own this.
So anyone listening, if you're a naysayer, dude, eliminate that mentality right now. If you're somebody that's starting a company or progressing in a different direction with your life and somebody's naysaying on it, dude, shut them out and just completely ignore that. That's the most frustrating thing because there is not an industry right now that is not difficult.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some that are more difficult than others, but that is the most ignorant thing to say. Tough. Oh, I'd be tough with that one. Already clogged industry. Dude, shut up.
Yeah.
It's so annoying, you know?
It is.
And that's so going off your point, you have players in the game that come and go all the time.
Yeah.
It depends on how bad you want it. How long can you stay in the game? How many times can you get kicked in the nuts over and over and over again and still come back the next day? Those are the brands that make it. People that come and go are the ones that want to make a quick buck, or they want to make a quick buck in a year.
Mm-hmm.
You are the one that is going to destroy the market and make it look clogged. And then you're going to make an excuse of, this vendor screwed me, the pricing increased, COVID, this, that. You're an excuse maker.
Yeah.
You just didn't want it bad enough.
Yeah.
You know? And that's really what comes down to brands that make it in any industry versus those that don't. No matter what happens, dude, we are going to continue to push year over year over year over year until we are a household brand. Yeah. We already are in the chair industry, the shop industry. We're going to be that as in the health industry also, and the consumable products. But that goes for everything. Even people that aren't in the entrepreneur space, but they're pursuing, say, football or basketball or sports or motocross or whatever it is. You're going to have so many people say, it's going to be tough to make it to the big leagues. Ooh, I don't know if you can make it to the Olympics. X Games are tough, man. A lot of people in it.
Yeah.
Bro, if you put your head down and go, you can do whatever you want. And all those people that are saying, you can't do it, you can't do it, you can't do it, are the ones that are pissed off because they didn't do it. And they actually see potential in you, and they don't want you to be better than them. That is like the most honest truth that needs to get out there. And no matter what stage you're at, you're always going to be pushing to new levels. And at every single stage, there's going to be people trying to take you down because you're surpassing them. And they're going to be like, dude, take a step back. I don't know.
You got to slow down.
Slow down, man. You work too much. You eat too much.
You got to play it safer.
Yeah. You're practicing too much. Sometimes you got to take a break. Who are you?
Yeah.
Right? Why are you telling me that?
Yeah.
Why are you telling me I need to practice less? I need to do this more.
Yeah.
I want to be the best. You should take a day off from lifting. Okay, just because you want to?
Yeah.
That's one of my biggest frustrations that's really opened my eyes in the last 2 years. People always say, you should do this, you should do that, you should do this, you should do that, trying to dictate your life when it's your life. Just because that didn't work for them doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. Oh, you go to bed too late, that's not good for you. Who says that?
Yeah.
COVID kills people, and the vaccine was bad for you or good for you. Okay? Vaccine's killing people just because science says it or they say it or this or that. It's like, dude, just put your head down and go. If you want to be the best, put the time in, read the books, stay up late, wake up early, eat whatever you want. Like, be careful what you
If you take
allow
advice
to dictate
from
you.
everybody, you're just going to end up being average.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get pulled, in both directions. Do it, don't do it. Okay, well, now you're somewhere in the middle where you didn't commit to either.
Right.
100%. So, and that applies, like, all the way across the board, like you said. If you want something bad enough, like, you really have to fight for it. And,
you do.
Like, and do the hard stuff that gets you to the next level.
Yeah. It's common sense stuff, simply putting the time in. But, again, the biggest thing is ignoring the people that are going to tell you no.
Yeah.
Always. Because every stage, there's going to be a ton of people bringing you down. The biggest relief has been cutting those people out and completely ignoring them. So I look at it where if those are your friends that are saying that stuff and you have a product line or you're working hard to be the best bodybuilder or whatever it is, and you have friends trying to pull you back, I look at it of this way is if you have a product line and someone's pulling you back, did they even buy into your product?
Yeah, probably not.
Are they even supporting you?
No, probably not.
Are they going to your bodybuilding competitions? Are they going to your races? Are they going to... No. That's the answer, is no, because the people that are going there wouldn't be the people that are saying, hey, you should or shouldn't do this. And that really opened my eyes because I had a lot of friends that were supportive and loved what we were doing that didn't support it at all. Didn't reshare anything, didn't follow, didn't buy. It's like, it's not even about the dollar value. It's about, are you even supporting this? You know what I'm saying? And if you aren't, don't come in later in the time and be like, I believed in you, man. I believed in you. It's like, hell, if you did, you didn't buy anything.
Yeah.
You didn't share anything.
That's
you didn't even follow it.
That's one thing I like really stand behind these days, and I'll fight anybody over it is I don't ask for discounts when my friends do shit these days, like at all.
No.
If your friend is doing something cool or something unique, like I don't
whether
know,
you like it or not.
yeah, like tattoos or like shirts, like pay full fucking value. Like if you actually support them, like
Right.
don't ask for something cheap on the side. Like no, give them every dime it's worth. Like because if they are honestly trying and are good at it, you are supporting them on their path to success.
Right.
You're not
Whether it goes
You're
anywhere
not
or
giving
not.
them it's not a half compliment. Hey, that looks good. I can't wait to see it next time. Like I can't wait till it's better. Like
Right.
yeah, they're already going to think that about themselves,
Right.
Anyone who's success driven is always like, it's good, but it could be a little bit better,
Right.
right? Fucking support them 100%. Let them know that they're on the right path if they are,
Right.
if you truly believe they're on the right path. But at the end of the the
Yeah.
just fucking like I get so annoyed when people don't pay full
isn't
price
it
for
frustrating?
shit. Yeah.
Especially if it's like if you have
It
like
makes me really mad.
a low cost item, a
Yeah.
t-shirt or a hat, or if it's a high price item and it's not really something that you would buy, I get that.
Yeah.
Like a chair.
Yeah.
Right? Friends, I wouldn't imagine they would buy a chair, have any use for it.
Correct.
Totally get that.
Understood.
We're selling t-shirts and hats and not only that, you know what's free? Share an Instagram post.
Yes.
Share an Instagram
Yes.
story. That shit is free. Whether you can or can't buy a product, are you at least supporting them on Instagram?
Yeah.
Or social media? Or
Spreading the word,
like
telling your
it's-
friends,
It's
telling
the
your
little stuff like
parents.
that. Like I have a few. I had a buddy that was selling some stuff that I wasn't interested in, but I'm resharing all of his shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll probably eventually buy his stuff, but I'm at least like promoting him on Instagram
Yeah.
and social media and trying to get his name out there.
Yeah.
That in the end is probably worth more than a single purchase.
Right?
You know?
And what do they say? Like there's 7 steps to knowing anybody or whatever. Like, you could count on the number of fingers that you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, whatever. Like
Right.
if you share something for somebody, they're one step closer to getting their hands to that person that they really wanted to get to.
Right.
And they might not see it tomorrow or the day after, but
Yeah.
like you said, if you don't play the short-term game, like, yeah.
So pretty much taking that
I
all
have
in.
a fucking million things to say
Seriously,
about this shit. Like,
it's a lonely journey, and that's the first step. So taking it all back, when you're how do you start something? It's being okay with being lonely, and that's the true honesty. There's really nothing about that because
actually, really interesting you say that. I want to come back to it in a sec, but go ahead.
Because I guess it depends where you come from. If you come from a super supportive family, you got a team there, but still you need to. Even if they support you when they're with you, when it's 1 a.m. in the morning and you have to get a project done, no one's there. It's you and a computer screen or a book or whatever it is. And those times are lonely. So you have to be okay with being lonely and being able to cut people out that need to be cut out, that are just not really helping you. Doesn't mean you have to be addicted to them. It's just you don't associate with them anymore.
Yeah.
You don't talk with them, or you don't go drink with them or go out to eat with them. You just don't associate with them anymore because you have to go in a complete tunnel vision focus for 6 months, shut everything out. And everything that comes into your life, ask yourself, is it helping me get one step closer to where I want to be? So some guy asks you, hey, I want to go out to eat. Is that helping you get one step closer to where you want to be?
If he's got connections, if
Exactly.
he wants to buy a
Exactly.
load of your merch, if he wants to buy your product, yes, 100%.
Exactly. So that's not saying, oh, no, I'm not going to go to the bar or go do this. It's who are you going there with, or who are you associating with? So if you have a good business connection and he's like, hey, you want to go out to eat? Hell yeah, I want to go out to eat and grab some drinks with you, because I never know where that's going to lead. Where if it's one of your friends that's a naysayer, hey, you want to go out to eat with you? Hell no. I'm busy, man.
Yeah, it's actually, so 2 things. First one is the risk reward behind something like that, right? Is if you're going out to drink with a friend, chances that when you come home, you're going to get done what you need to do are pretty low. If you're going to go out to drink anyways, bring somebody who you want to work with. Bring somebody who you can talk shop with. Because even if you come home and you've had a little bit to drink and you're feeling a little lazy afterwards, at least you did something while you were out there making that connection, right? But going back to what you said about being alone, 2017 or 19 was a pretty rough time for me. And when I realized that the only person that I can depend on to always be there was myself, I would go on road trips where I would sleep in the back of my vehicle in like parking lots and get out and take pictures. And that was one of the few things in my life that like actually showed me that like the person responsible solely for my happiness is myself.
Correct.
And that like you can't rely on family to pick you up all the time. You can't rely on friends to be there or understand. Like at the end of the day, if you're going to be happy, like you need to figure out how to make yourself happy. And that takes exploration. It takes fucking trying new things, going out and meeting new people. Like maybe you like painting barns like in a field, or maybe you like, I don't know, crocheting, you know, something while listening to NPR. Like all at the end of the day, like
Pretty specific.
yeah, well that's what worked for me. No, but it was photography for me.
Yeah.
And it was hiking, like in nature.
Yeah.
And you have to like realize at the end of the day, like you said, that you are the only person who you have to deal with. You know, when the lights shut off and everyone else is asleep, there's one person left in your head, and it's you. And if you don't like that person, if you don't like the conversations you have with them, or, you know, or whatnot, you need to find a way to change it.
Correct.
And that is at the end of the day, that's all that you need to do in order to be happy.
Right. In order to find yourself, be alone.
Yeah.
You have to.
I think that's a really, really good way to put it.
And it doesn't need to be, it might be different for some people. You know, maybe it's going and sleeping in your trunk or the bed of your truck for X amount of times, or just taking a road trip by yourself, or taking a vacation solely with yourself, putting your phone away and finding yourself. Maybe it's just 30 minutes every single night journaling and sitting in meditation, or going to go get a workout by yourself, no headphones, you know what I'm saying? Or going for a run. Maybe that's somebody's expression of being alone, is a morning run for an hour or 45 minutes, or a walk. Having time alone is the best way to be able to understand yourself.
And to add to that, I actually think it's really important to entirely unplug. Like sometimes I'll be sitting in my car with like a music on or podcast on or a book, and I'm not even listening to it.
Right.
And all of a sudden, like something will hit me, and I'm like, dude, I'm just fucking distracting myself.
Right.
And once you realize that, like, sometimes you only turn on the music or like play a podcast or hit Netflix, like if you're watching Netflix and scrolling through your phone, you are just distracting yourself.
In two ways.
Yeah. And it's like,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. And sometimes it hits me because I feel like we slowly get back into patterns.
Right.
And every now and again, I'll like shut off everything and just like listen and like be there, you know, with the only person who I'm hanging out with, which is my thoughts.
Yeah. Comes down to on top of that is the habits. So there's this reel I saw the other day. So it's pretty much, it had, again, a split screen. Top screen was somebody using or selecting the right habits. So getting out of bed right in the morning, going to work out, making breakfast, getting stuff done, journaling, reading, going for a walk. And it had the dude underneath it that was bad habits, that was waking up, immediately going on their phone, scrolling through Instagram. Time keeps going by. Next thing you know, it's 10 o'clock. They're tired. Let me show you. It really hit me hard. And it's like, I was that bottom dude at some point, and I'm sure everybody was, where you sit and just scroll and on your phone because it feels good. It feels like you're doing something when you're really not. Dude, it really hit me. I have to show you because it was a massive wake-up call. Right here.
Okay.
So, yeah, dude's going to go lift. Dude's still sitting on his phone.
Yeah.
Watching TV. Other dude's journaling. Meditating. The other dude just in his freaking head.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Like, it really comes down to what every single minute. It's crazy. You just turned it, or you've been working out in the morning. How much you can get done from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m.
I'm not gonna lie. Once I leave work, I'm actually not sure what to do anymore because there's I have so much time that it's like
seriously
I can do anything.
People say I don't have time, or I don't. oh, I have to do that. You have way more time in the day than you realize. And the one way to figure that out, wake up at 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Do it tomorrow. You'll realize how much time you have.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tired in the morning. Everybody's tired in the morning. Nobody is wide awake, ready to go. If you are tired in the morning, you must try Viper Energy. No one is ready to
Available
go
on viperenergy.com.
at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
No one's jumping out of bed. Ooh, ready to kill this day. Yeah, sometimes you might, but do that for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks straight. Every single morning, somebody is tired at 4 a.m. in the morning. Nobody wants to get up at that time. Plain and simple.
No.
So get up at 4 a.m. and do stuff. Be productive. Put your phone down. Maybe you journal. Maybe you work out. You go for a run, a walk. You cook breakfast. You can get so much shit done from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And you are majority of the time you're by yourself. And that is the most valuable time through the entire day. And think of that, 7 a.m., all that shit you got done, and some people wake up at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And like you might look at your life and be like, why am I not where I want to be? Or why do I look around me and everybody else is moving to that next level? Well, it's because what are you doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing in your life? Like, what are your habits? What do you do when you come home? Do you go sit on the couch right away and go on your phone? What do you do when you have a minute? You know what I'm saying? Or even just like when you're taking a shit, that's what I've been trying to stop doing is scrolling while pooping. It's like, dude, that could be a great time to just like think.
Yeah.
You know, Albert Einstein used to have his best ideas when he was shitting in the dark.
Huh. I got to try that
Like-
sometime.
That's why. But my question was, how do you know when you're done wiping?
Oh, shit.
So Albert Einstein had a
Oh, Albert.
had a dirty butt. But you know what I'm saying?
But smart as shit.
But yeah, who cares?
Yeah, fuck it.
So that, like, what are you doing with the time that you have? Everybody has the same 24 hours.
Yeah.
It really comes down to, are you being productive? Are you being efficient? Are you wasting time on things that you could delegate to somebody else or might not even be a priority? Again, does it go within getting you one step closer to where you want to be?
Yeah.
The answer is no.
Right out the door.
Out of the day.
See, and the other day, I posted, I think, something on LinkedIn for the first time in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And, like,
I think I saw it.
yeah, it was I went location scouting for a friend. So me and my friend are going to work on a video project. And I had some time one afternoon. I was like last weekend, and I was trying to figure out, like, what am I going to do? And I was like, oh, like, I'm looking for locations that would be good for doing this. And I knew of one. But I just searched parks near me,
Right.
found some locations.
That's a great
but,
location.
like I have 4 different ones,
Yeah.
and I have like stacks of photos for each one too.
Right.
Because like if you're gonna scout, like, so my friend plays basketball, and like look at this,
Yeah.
look at all these different locations, like 4 different locations. Each of them looks different. Each of
Right.
them is gonna be like is entirely different for shooting. And like
See, but you
now
can-
I have a whole stack. So when it comes time to make this video, I have way better options.
Right.
I've done my research. Like,
Right. And I know what someone's going to say on this of, oh, well, I need my phone for whether I'm an influencer or an affiliate or whatever it is. That there's nothing wrong with that. This can be extremely beneficial if used correctly. So you have to set a trigger in your mind of when to flip the switch and when not to. All right, I'm going to allot 15 minutes to making a post on Instagram and a caption and actually posting it. Okay, once you post it, you must get off it.
Yeah.
Okay, if you go back on it and you start scrolling,
Dude,
that's your fault.
I used to remember I would spend so long on captions too. And
Yeah.
like and they're in somebody's feed for like less than 5 seconds. Like
Right.
if you really have nothing to say, go into ChatGPT
Right.
and just type in perfect Instagram caption for a Saturday. Like
Yeah, exactly.
like who gives a fuck?
Seriously. So it's just time prioritization is
Yeah.
really what it comes down to. And I'm so sick and tired of the excuse of, I don't have time. This happened to me during the day. This happened. Excuse. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Right? Like, dude, get up earlier. Put your phone down. Do the stuff that you need to do. Do the stuff that nobody, I'm going to say it over and over and over and over again. Do the things others are not willing to do. Every morning when I get in that cold plunge, that's what I say.
Yeah.
When I put my first foot in, I'm like, do what others are not willing to do.
Yeah.
And I freaking dive in and it sucks, you know? But it's that stuff that you do for 10 days, 20 days, 100 days, 300 days. You know what really hit? Sorry, my brain's all over. I got freaking Viper energy in me. What was it? I did a calculation where if you improved your efficiency 2 hours a day or work. No. It was if you woke up an hour earlier every day and stayed up an hour later every day on productive time. Obviously, knowing that you're productive throughout the day too.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 hours every single day.
It's like 700.
Dude, it's insane.
Hours a year.
It almost like
720 hours a year.
730 hours a year divided by 24. That's 30 days straight. That you are straight through
in the course of a year.
In the course of a year. So that's a whole month that you could take leaps and bounds ahead of your competition or leaps and bounds closer
if used efficiently.
If used efficiently,
yes.
correct.
Not on your phone, not pretending to be busy.
Right. An hour later doesn't mean an hour
not
more on
scrolling
Netflix.
through a feed,
right.
correct.
So
actually physically doing something that takes you to the next spot.
Towards your goal, tunnel vision. If you do that, you have 1 month you are getting closer than you would have if you just went to bed an hour earlier and woke up an hour later. 30 days, dude. You are getting an extra month closer to your goal. So you wonder, all right, you take a step back and you wonder why. This is all looping back to our first conversation. Oh, I didn't. Tough industry to get into. Oh, this happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's take a step back and look at your days. How are you prioritizing your days? And if you look at it and you do what we just talked about, there is no way you will not make it. There's no way. You just haven't put the time in yet. You haven't suffered long enough yet to start seeing the benefits. Plain and simple. I don't care what it is. You might start selling T-shirts, and next thing you know, you're the best hoodie maker. Just because you started selling T-shirts doesn't mean...
If you're in the space industry, it might take a little bit longer than that, but but I can guarantee you'll do it. Yeah, so Elon's doing it, and who would have ever thought a private space rocket company would be like useful or beneficial or even break the fact that I don't know if they break even or not, but I mean if Tesla's making enough money, then what does it matter? But who would ever think that you could get into the space industry, and build rockets? So if you're staying up an extra hour a day, though, for the course of 10, 15 years. Wait,
do you remember that in California when we were going through the Tesla?
Yeah.
So we're at, what is it, Patterson?
Loop? Yep.
Patterson. No. This was in California.
Gotcha. Okay.
The Patterson Museum. The car museum.
Las Vegas. Yep.
And there was a whole room dedicated to Tesla, and they had quotes on the ground saying, quotes from main publishers saying Tesla's the next failure in our industry. Like naysayers.
Another car company, electric car company, dude, destined for the grave or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I read that. I was like, that gave me the chills because he had the naysayers,
and these aren't nobody's writing this. This is
a journalist.
Yeah, journalist from the highest tier.
Right. That's his job, is to degrade people. Yeah. And so going back to the point of that, no matter what level you are, at that point Tesla was massive. He's still getting naysayers. To the date, you could go, I bet you NBC probably just put out a post that Tesla's going down the shitter.
Yeah.
So no matter what point you're at, you're always going to have it. Mm-hmm. But again, going back to the loop, if you just put the time in, you are efficient with your days, and you stay focused in that tunnel vision towards your goal, you will not be able to, you will be able to achieve whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Plain and simple. Some people it might take 6 months. Some people it might take 10 years. Over and over and over again, you will achieve whatever you want, and you will be wherever you want to be.
Yeah.
In that time.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
And it depends on the goal, like you said.
Exactly.
Some are bigger than others. If you want to be a better family man, start with an hour a day.
This applies to anything. This isn't only business. This could be
100%.
Like you just said, I want to be a better husband. I want to be a better wife. I want to be a better dad. Okay? I'm going to wake up an hour earlier so then I can get an hour more with my kids. Mm-hmm. It goes to everything. Mm-hmm. I want to improve my video game. Video game skills, not video. Yeah. I want to become a better runner. Yeah. I want to become a better biker. Whatever it is. Hour earlier, hour later. for
Dedicated,
day after day after
strict
day after
focus.
day. Exactly. There's no ifs, ands, or buts of what you can and can't do.
Plus, you can add, if you've got a couple extra hours during the day, dedicate those too. That was a 30 minimum in the course of 30 days minimum. So 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening, and that's 30 days in the course of a year.
Correct. Additional.
So additional. And if you can find an hour or two during your day to set aside as well, you can add to that.
Right. And if you're in
I'd
the
love an extra 30 days.
Seriously, if you're in the evening and you need to go one step more, one thing that will really help you do that, to go all in, is Viper Energy. We did just launch it. It is on the market, ready to go at viperenergy.com. We have gotten great feedback thus far and are still open to more feedback as well. We want to make sure that this is the best energy drink on the market. And we actually just opened up our affiliate program as well. It is the coolest. I don't even know if I told you yet the name
No,
of it.
I don't know all the benefits that might apply after this.
The Viper Elite program.
No.
So everyone's like, oh, you're an athlete. Oh, you're this. You're a Viper Elite. You are in the Viper Elite program. So we have 3 different tiers. It is Pro, Supreme, and Apex. And in order to work up to each, you have to prove yourself. It's not even about the sales. It's not about how much money you make. It is about what impact are you making in this life? What are you improving people's lives around you? That's really what this group consists of. This is an entire family. This is going to be a group that we all talk each and every day. Mm-hmm. This isn't just going to be, oh, I want to make some money or I want to get some free product. This is, I want to be a part of something. Mm-hmm. I want to make a difference in this world. And that's really the main difference of our program versus everybody else's, is it's actually making an impact.
Yeah.
So there's Viper Pro. That's where if you get accepted, you'll start off as. You get some free product. And if you prove your worth, you get moved up to Viper Supreme. So at Viper Supreme, you actually start going to trade shows. You start going to Viper Energy trade shows, working the booth, being a part of the team, coming to visit the Viper HQ. And if you continue to prove yourself in Viper Supreme, you move to our top level, which is Viper Apex. So Viper Apex is the gold standard. Now you not only travel to trade shows and everything, you also get obviously more free product. You get more merchandise, but you also get a monthly retainer, depending on your past experience. So you are essentially part of the Viper team.
Yeah, damn.
And now that we have an additional thing for only the Apex members, is if you are an Apex member, and we will select one Apex member that is just crushing it to go on an all-inclusive paid vacation with a +1 for 3 nights.
Damn.
So
where do I sign up?
Sign up at viperenergy.com/affiliates, or it's on our website as well.
Be right back.
No, anybody can do it. If you want to make
all expense paid.
If you want to make a difference in this world and feel like you are a go-getter, you're somebody that always wants to push to that next level, I highly encourage you to apply to our affiliate program. This hit me last week or 3 weeks ago of this opportunity, and I was always kind of dancing around life of what is my purpose, and I knew it had to involve with making people's lives better, and it hit me that this program is it. Not only that, but this drink is it, and Viper Energy and what we're moving into in the future is my purpose, and I'm so excited to continue to build this family and this team and continue to push to that level, because with what we're making, I stand behind this product.
Yeah.
That is the best product out there for consumers. Not only that, I want to build a team that is building relationships in their community, pushing other people to become the best that they are. It's not only fitness, helping somebody become the best motocross champion.
I don't think you realize how much you contribute to that already. Like, you are an Apex member of your own company.
That's the thing, is I got to hold that standard if I want other people to get there too. Like Kane. I want to be somebody that can push Kane to become the best motocross champion possible. I want him to reach the next level. Yeah, fitness and health is on top of it as well. I want him to be the best version of Kane he possibly can. Mm-hmm. And that goes for everyone that's part of this affiliate program. Who do you associate with? Do you have a group of people at the gym, or a group of people at yoga, or a group of people at work that are inspired by you? Mm-hmm. Great. join our program and let's work together.
Yeah.
Like I want to make a difference in Wisconsin and slowly start expanding from there. The affiliate program's open for anyone in the United States, primarily focused in Green Bay and Appleton to start, and then slowly expanding from there. But dude, I'm pumped. Probably within the next 2 hours, we'll be pushing the email live.
Hell
so
yeah.
it's gonna be pretty sick.
Yeah.
Been working hard on this, so we're excited.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, it's fun.
When the do not disturb sign is up.
That's what you
I
know.
know Dana's scheming. So, well, good. I think that's the podcast right there.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to say for people? Obviously, you can sign up viperenergy.com.
Yep.
/affiliates.
Yep. And just to wrap it up, whatever stage you are at in life and whatever you're pursuing, it's gonna feel like a long, long road. Just keep going. One foot after another, day in and day out. You might have a great day, and it's going to feel, wow, this stuff is easy. But trust me, there's going to be days to follow that are going to be shit. And those are the ones that really prove who you are. So no matter if it's a good day or a bad day, make sure you just put one foot in front of the other. You can get anywhere if you do that. It's not going to be in a week or a month or a year. It's going to take time. And just have patience, one foot in front of the other. That's all I got.
All my best memories come from like one foot in front of each other. You know, you just like the backpacking experience.
Yeah.
That I did with Drake was like, Drake and Jacob was like brutal.
But
and the mosquitoes were fucking horrible. But holy shit, that's a good ass memory.
Right.
And that was worth the experience.
Exactly.
So
one foot in front of the other, no matter what you are in life. Doesn't mean you have to have a product. Means you could be a better dad, better wife, whatever it is.
Better brother, family member.
Exactly. One foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
Day over day over day over day.
Good shit.
So that's all I got. Thank you guys for listening. Really appreciate it. Like Sam said, Viper Energy is available at viperenergy.com. We are moving into retail locations as we speak, so we can cover more on that next one once we get accepted into some. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Dude, damn. Are we still is this still recording?
Yeah, we're still rolling.
All right. We got to cut this in. Dude,
Okay. Breaking
let's
news.
go.
Breaking news live from
This is sick.
The
So this
moon.
is extending on the podcast we just finished. I'm going through my emails as Sam and I are sitting here. I get an email to my Viper Energy email. Subtitle says, nailed it. Not going to say the guy's name. Hi, Dane. You guys nailed this / hit it out of the park. Very well worth the wait. I ordered 6 cases and wish I ordered 20.
Shit.
Extremely satisfied with my purchase. I'm not on social media, so I wouldn't know. Really, really hoping it was me. Oh, he's asking about the sweepstakes. I never win anything, Powerball, etc. But he says on here, as someone who has gone through countless pre-workout formulas in nearly every energy drink on the market, I feel like you guys have found the holy grail. V for victory. Lifelong customer, so don't run out. Play on playa.
Damn.
Best T. Dude, let's go. That's so sick.
That's insane.
I love it, dude.
How's it feel?
It feels great because I love the product. Like, I love the product. I trust it. I drink 3... I shouldn't say how many. I drink a lot a day. I drink a lot a day. And I love it because I trust it.
Yeah.
And my blood sugar is... Like, here, let me show the camera. If you can zoom in. All right, my blood sugar is going down. We started the podcast, let's say 11 a.m. It is steady. I don't know if you can zoom in on that.
It's pretty much a straight line
It
across.
is steady. When I would drink other energy drinks, it would skyrocket to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And it was sugar-free and carb-free. How the hell is it shooting to the moon? Clearly, there's something in there. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's even the ingredients that we talk about.
Do you know how the sugar, like the artificial sugar works? Okay, don't put this in the podcast either.
Brent, you can bring us back. But one other thing, too, it's been steady. And we tested it at the trade show, too. I tested it on we ate breakfast, did my shot, left it for like 2 hours, and it was steady. So I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm at the point where my body digested everything, and it's just kind of sitting there. It's good, not hungry. So I drank an energy drink, a Viper Energy. Straight, dude. It didn't move. And I didn't eat anything else. I didn't take any more shots. I didn't do anything. It was steady for me. And that is because there's no artificial ingredients in here.
Mm-hmm.
So my body took everything in, all the vitamins and everything, and knew how to process it and allocate it where it needed to go.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't have to overwork to.
Honestly, one of the most exciting things for me is the L-theanine. Just because,
the nootropics, and it works.
Yeah, it does. And I don't get, I don't really get too much of the shakes anymore.
Right.
But, I know so many people who don't drink nearly as much caffeine as me, and they're like, "Oh, I can't do energy drinks." I was like, "Dude, this is not the same."
Right.
This is not the same at all. You do not get the shakes.
No.
You get the fucking tunnel vision and maybe an elevated heartbeat and the additional focus, but that's about it.
I wouldn't even. I don't experience the heartbeat. I just get. But I want to talk. I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to move. I want to do stuff.
Yeah.
But two things. One of our friends, she's like, I was so used to all the other stuff that it took me 1 or 2 of Viper Energies to get used to what it should taste like.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't stop drinking them now. I love them.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, because I'm away from all the artificial stuff. And she's like,
once you go back, I've had some other ones because I still like to mix in, some other flavors.
Right.
Once we
got
once we
3 more
expand into
coming.
other flavors,
Right.
I don't think I'll drink anything else. But once you switch back, it just
Sweet.
it's so fucking obvious. I drank one the other day and I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
This tastes like I just
Sugar
finished at
cube.
the plastic factory,
Right.
and
It's fake.
whatever it was. Yeah, I don't know what the
Right.
fucking flavor was, but it just did not taste right. It didn't sit well with me.
One other notification I got last night on LinkedIn at 9:12 p.m. I posted on my Instagram. Says, receive the drinks and they are fire emoji. No BS. The best energy drink out there. And my experience with energy drinks spans well over a decade. Congratulations on launching a superior product. I love that. Superior because it is. And I'll definitely be reordering soon. And continue to kick ass. Wish I was in Green Bay. I'd jump on a solid opportunity at your company in a moment's notice. How sick is that, though?
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't ask him. He just out of nowhere says that. You have to really love something to go out of your way to say how much you like something.
Yeah.
But when you ask about the passion, this is the passion is because I believe in it.
Yeah.
And I love it. I will not drink anything else. I can't wait to launch more flavors and more products on top of this too. We're not stopping at just energy drinks. Let's go.
I know. Yeah.
Let's go. And I'm going to call it right now. There's going to be brands that are going to see what we're doing and watch them. They are going to start switching to the healthy side. And when you
They're
buy
already
from them,
pretending to.
right.
You can
they're
fucking
already
spot
lying
it
to
a
you.
mile away.
So they're already lying to you. Now watch what they're going to do. So if they're selling you all this junk and now they start their natural side or natural department, what are they saying about the other stuff that they've been pounding in your face for years?
Yeah.
Right? Wouldn't you look at a brand like that and be, damn, I was lied to?
Yeah.
We're starting from the get-go. This is it.
Yeah.
I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for a purpose. Plain and simple.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love it. That's passion.
pretty easy to tell. Yeah.
I love it. And I don't know. Bigger brands just kind of annoy me.
They do.
So that's all I got.
How are you going to deal with that when we're huge?
Well, we're going to be a cooler, bigger brand. We're going to put a difference to it.
Okay, good.
We're going to be a brand. Again, that's the whole point of it is we're a brand you can trust from the get-go. You know what I'm saying? From the start, we are a brand you can trust.
Mm-hmm.
And we are always going to be a brand you can trust.
Polish this whole thing already? Oh, there's a little bit left.
Can't you tell?
Oh, I was thinking and you downed it.
Wired to the T. All right, that's the end of the podcast.
Yeah, I don't...
Had to extend it a little bit there.
Anything past the original ending is up for debate. You can sprinkle that in if you want. But.
Well, this was a good end. So thanks for listening. Again, visit viperenergy.com. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, bye.